Hi everyone, this is the third corset in the Leatherotics review mini-series that I'm doing, and right now I'm wearing the pink and white little waspy number 1214, and even though I got the pink and white, it does come in other colors like white and green, also red and black, or plain black or plain red leathers, and also I think some different types of twill. So you don't have to be limited just to the pink and white. I just like the pink. So anyways, here's the front, the side, back, and the other side. For the length and fit of this is a standard size. I didn't request any extra length because I'm more interested in having the extra length for modesty purposes for the overbusts. For the underbusts, it's fine. So the center front here is 10 inches, and then on the side here, that shortest part is 7.5 inches, so it's quite short. In terms of the actual shape of this, it has more of a curve, you know, it gives me more of a cinch than some of my other Leatherotics corsets that I had reviewed in the past. And this style of corset by far is the most comfortable on my hips of all the Leatherotics corset that I've purchased recently or in the past. Since this corset is quite short, then I wouldn't recommend it for anybody who has a little bit of pooch in their lower tummy. If they need to control that, then I would recommend something longer, something more long line. However, it's very good for those people who are apple shapes and they want to kind of suck everything in the upper abdomen and on the sides here. So here's a 1214 laying flat, and on the outside here for the material, it's actually real genuine leather. It's Napa leather, and as they say on their website, it is butter soft. And then on the inside here, they have the black cotton twill. For the construction of this, if I turn it on its side here, you can see that it has 6 panels in it, and like with most of their other corsets, the construction has internal boning channels here made from strips of twill. So even though it has decorative boning channels on the outside here, the bone itself isn't put in the fashion layer. So the bone is not in this leather part here, it's in the twill. So you don't have to worry about the bones popping out of the leather boning channels after a while or anything. And you can see that there is a waist tape going through here. It's 1 inch wide satin ribbon waist tape, and it's stitched down underneath these boning channels. So here's a close-up of the binding. It's also made out of pink leather, and as per usual with leather or vinyl binding on corsets, it is folded under on the front, but then on the back here it's just folded down and stitched, and then the excess is just trimmed very close to the stitch line. This is normal, it's just to reduce bulk, and it's not going to fray because leather doesn't really fray. Also in this corset are 4 garter tabs. If you want to wear this with garters, I wouldn't personally recommend it because this corset is very short, and so you would need very long garters. I believe this is one of their older styles, their earlier style corsets, so it does not have a modesty placket in the front or a modesty panel in the back. The busk here seems to be a standard flexible busk, but it is fairly sturdy, a bit sturdier than some other flexible busks that I have felt before. It's about 1/2 inch wide on each side, and this particular one is 9 inches long with 4 pegs. This one, compared to some of my other Leatherotics corsets, is much easier to actually clasp and unclasp, so you don't need any special techniques to get this done up. However, I will post a very short video right after uploading this one on how to do up some of your Leatherotics corsets if any of you are having trouble with the busk. Both on the knob side here and on the loop side, it's made from one single piece of leather that has either had holes punched into it or it's been slit here. This is typical, I've found. I've seen it on other leather corsets, and so I'm not really worried or concerned about the seam ripping or anything like that. As I said before, leather doesn't fray. For bones in this corset, there are 14 total, 7 on each side. These side ones here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are spiral bones, and then on the back by the grommets there are flats. So here is a close-up of the grommets, and because this is old stock, I don't know if these are the old grommets or the new grommets in here. However, I've been breaking this in for several weeks now, and I don't see any real problem with the grommets like having holes or fraying or anything. Like I said before, leather doesn't fray. However, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the leather did stretch a little bit, because that is a property of leather. However, as long as the grommet didn't, you know, completely pop out, as long as it's still holding on to the twill underneath. And here is the back of the grommets, and I don't see a lot of damage here. It seems that the grommets are holding in pretty well so far. If anything changes, then I'll put up an annotation or an update on this video, but so far I don't really see anything. Here's like a little bit of like fuzzy there, but that's not an actual hole or fraying forming. That's probably just from the grommet going through there, so that's not really a problem. Yeah, so use your discretion when buying this corset, since I don't know if these are the new or the old style grommets. But from what I can see so far, I don't see much damage here. And the laces themselves, they're fine. Made out of nylon, I believe. They're about 1/4 inch wide, shoelace style laces. Extremely difficult to break. Not too much spring to them, which I like. The price for the 12-14 varies depending on what type of fashion fabric you want. So the one in pink and white is 43 pounds, which here in Canada converted to about $70. I think it's about the same in the US, it might be 65. If you wanted it in black leather, I think it's a little bit more. It's more along the lines of 50 pounds. And if you wanted it finished in twill, it's less, it's about 30 pounds then. So that's all for the review of this 12-14 Waspy by Leatherotics. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click that like button and help support the channel. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!